What up, chat? Get this mic set up. I didn't want to be late to this one. Not trying to bring that Unc is always late mantra with me. All right. Mic set up. And we are in business, people. Welcome to the first ever live stream on the Unc Podcast. The legend is legendary. Officially got first, literally first ever. What's good, legend? Let's go ahead and make you a mod. All right, let's moderator. Boom. Welcome to the first ever stream, brother man. Mr. Legend is legendary. Let's do this mic the right way. Why don't we? Feeling just a little spastic here today, peoples. All right, what do we got? What do we got? I'm usually not this dumb, people. Bear with me for a second. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Mr. Mac Davis. What's good, Mac Davis? Let's go ahead and add you as a moderator, sir. Nah, I don't like this song. May I ask you something? You can hear me fine like this? Mac Davis, Mac Davis, Mac Davis. Remember, this is a different channel, man. It ain't no Douglas Antonio on this channel. People are gonna be like, "What the fuck is you talking about?" Unc over here, bro. Volume is good. That's what's up, Mr. Legend. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I don't know what's going on with this. It's so weird that we finally hit our appreciate you, Mac Davis. So we finally got our 50 subs, which means we can finally go live. I tried to set up a live from the YouTube app and it wouldn't work. I went into Google Chrome and in Google Chrome I was able to set it up. That's how we in here right now. But that's so weird. The app was still telling me that I need 50 subs before I can go live. But clearly, I'm able to go live. So who knows what the hell is going on. But yeah, this is what I was waiting for. I am so glad we can finally start going live from this channel. We have, as usual, another episode of the Unc Podcast dropping tomorrow morning at 9:45 a.m. And this is a good one. So far, I've been trying to set it up so this way each episode is just like a little bit better than the last one. And I feel like I've been doing a good job with that. But this one I really, really enjoyed. So this one comes out tomorrow at 9:45. There's an issue going on with Candace Owens. I don't know if everybody knows who Candace Owens is, but she's a conservative commentator, and she was really good friends with Charlie Kirk. Not so good friends with Turning Point USA as a whole, though. Pause. So anyway, she has all these theories. One of them is kind of accusing Erica Kirk. And And some people think she's crazy. Some people agree with her. Oh man, this situation is all over the place. So my co-star and his cousin, who is a guest very often on the show, have two totally different points of view. And last week was just his cousin. This week was just my co-star, Cam. And you get to see their different impressions, like how everybody feels about the situation, which is a crazy situation. You know, this guy was assassinated in front of his wife and kids, and now his wife is being accused of being in on it by a prominent conservative commentator too, somebody that was very good friends with her husband. So I mean, that got to be rough. You know, assuming, which I believe, but assuming she had nothing to do with this situation. Could you imagine your spouse gets killed right in front of you? And now you're being accused of being part of it. Now that's very common. Usually the first people the police suspect is the spouse. Because usually that's the person that did it. But that's when you're talking about, like, when they show up to the house and find a body, and now they're trying to figure out who to start interviewing first. Obviously, it's going to be the spouse. But in a situation like this, at a public venue, makes it a little different. Obviously, you know it wasn't her. So the closest thing to being her that it could possibly be would be that she put somebody up to it, that she was behind it, that she paid somebody to do this. And that kind of conspiracy, you need a lot of evidence before you start making accusations like that. And it should be pretty obvious too. That's not something you find by digging. That's something you find by, this don't look right. Then you start digging. Pause, of course. Let's see what we got going on. Welcome everybody. Anybody who is already subscribed to the channel, we most certainly appreciate you. It is because of all of you that we are able to go live right now. To anybody that doesn't know, this is my second YouTube channel. My other channel is a motorcycle channel. And we tend to go live from there when I really shouldn't be. Seeing as I should really only be live on that channel when I'm actually on the motorcycle. So I started this channel not for that reason. Obviously, I wanted to do a podcast. And I thought about it. Since not only this is a podcast, but the seat that I'm in right now, the background that you're looking at right now, is where the podcast takes place. At least my part of it. It's not just me, but it takes place on Zoom. So what better way to go live from this space than on this channel? So now the two get separated. The other channel is only on the motorcycle, and this channel is only at the house. Who's out there, people? Let me get acquainted with you guys, man. Everybody in the stream is welcome to chat. And we appreciate you when you chat. Mr. Legend. He thought long and hard before he created this channel. Pause. Well, no lies detected there. It had been on my mind for quite a while. And I finally got around to it. As a matter of fact, this is probably the channel that I should have created to begin with. It was the other channel that gave me the knowledge of YouTube that I needed to understand what kind of channel that I needed to create. See, I just wanted to talk about stuff. I'm interested in nonfiction, and I observe people. I observe psychology. I observe history. I observe politics. I observe a lot of things, and I pick up on a lot of things through those observations. And I tend to word things in a way that make people think about things in a way they've never thought about them before. So that's what made me want to start a YouTube channel. But I went the motorcycle route because I daily ride a motorcycle. The motorcycle I have is one of the bikes that's considered to be an influencer bike because everybody wants it. And I already had a 360 camera for that motorcycle to protect myself in the event there was an accident that wasn't my fault and the other person wasn't so willing to admit it. That's what made me start with a moto vlog. But the moto vlog wasn't what I was looking for because it can only be about motorcycle stuff. Nobody's going to watch a moto vlog about politics. Nobody's going to watch a moto vlog about finances. Nobody's going to watch a moto vlog about relationships. So there's so many different things that I want to discuss. And not only a podcast is the perfect platform, but the Unc Podcast makes it even more appropriate. Because think about it. Who you going to for advice? Unc. So Unc is here to put everybody on game. Legend. Let's see. Pause in the long and hard. Oh, fuck yeah, legend. Of course we knew what that pause is for. This is Unc we talking to, brother. You think I don't know where the pause goes? I'm the one that put you all onto that pause-ish. Thank you, Mac Davis. Glad you see my vision. So the last 3 episodes were kind of political. And this 4th one is going to be no way, is it the last 3? Hold on a second. No, the last 2. So tomorrow will be the 3rd in a row. And I want to steer away from that. So next week's is going to be about something else. But what I would love from you guys in the stream, anybody that's in this live, if you can think of topics that you want to hear, don't rack your brain. Don't try to do me no favors. Don't go digging looking for a topic. But if there's something that you would like to hear talked about on the Unc Podcast, this would be the perfect place to drop your requests. We most certainly will be going live just about every day. Just like we were on the other channel. And right now is the perfect time for this too, because my bike is definitely in the shop and has been in the shop for, I want to say like 2 weeks. And they haven't even gotten a chance to start working on it yet. There's other people in front of me. And there's only one mechanic there that I actually allow to touch my bike. And apparently, he got himself into an accident last weekend. So, who knows how long it's gonna take to get my bike back. But once I do, the lot is gonna start on the bike, and then once we get here, instead of bringing that stream here, I'm gonna cut that stream, and we're gonna switch it over to this here channel. Also, peoples, very soon, possibly within the next week or so, I am going to order a new motor for the ground. We're gonna go 250. I was gonna do a 300 swap, but there's something about the 300 motor, the CBR 300 motor, that makes it a little bit of a unicorn. So they're real expensive, more expensive than they should be. Like it'll cost you less to buy the bike than just the motor. Um, the 250 though, that's not the case, and it's still a solid motor, and it's probably better on gas. So now I'm going to be bringing my 125 Honda Gram up to a 250, and we're going to go live on the other channel, I Douglas Antonio, while we do the install. Mr. Legend, an electric is electric the way of the future. Topic for, you know what, Legend? I do that. I am absolutely hoping not. Uh, I am a big proponent of choice, consumer choice. So, what I would like to see is all different types of engines available: electric motors, big muscle V8s, little 4 cylinders, hydrogen motors. Have them all available. Let the consumers decide. The only way I want to see gas motors gone is if electric motors get to be so good that people don't even want gas motors anymore, and they just don't sell. See, nothing should ever be banned. Everything should just go out of existence because there's no demand for it. If I mean, when I say nothing, obviously, like, within reason, anything like nuclear bombs really should not be readily available. Within reason, anything that's been already available to the public for X amount of years, right? That's what I should say. Anything that's already been readily available to the public, in my opinion, should never be banned. People should be informed of why it's harmful. A proper replacement should be brought to market, and that replacement needs to be good enough that people choose to make the switch. So, like, for example, anybody that's old enough to remember the Ford Pinto, that was a little before my time, but I know the stories. The way that car was built, if it got into a rear end collision, the gas tank would explode. I don't believe that should be banned. Everybody should be made aware of the problem. And once everybody's made aware of the problem, nobody's going to want to buy that piece of shit anyway. So you don't need to ban it. I can remember them cars. Yeah, man. I kind of want a Mac Davis. That makes me want to look it up. I wasn't thinking about that before, but I've actually never seen a Ford Pinto exploding. But I kind of want to. I remember when I was young, so my dad wasn't around, but it wasn't by choice. My mom kind of like worked the courts to keep him away, but never mind all that. Every once in a while, like he would pull up on me with a bicycle or something for me, right? And he had one of those old El Caminos. That was one of the funniest vehicles that I can ever remember. But it was practical too at the same time. It was like a pickup car. It was literally a car with a pickup truck bed on it. Like, dude, that is so convenient. That's like perfect for somebody that's not in construction, that doesn't need a heavy duty work truck, but still wants the extra cargo space that a normal car doesn't offer. Perfect. I can't believe they don't make anything like that right now. That would be like, that would make so much sense. They still make station wagons and everything. My dad had that, a 1979 351 Magnum Ford LTD, and a 1981 two and the four-door Honda Civic wagon in white. Oh, the Honda Civic wagon, bro. That was so ugly, but it is such an important part of the history of automobiles, bro, in the world. You know, that car was like, you can never unsee that. And they used to have the Accord station wagon too. The Civic hatchbacks were cool as shit. I I don't think no, I never had a Civic hatchback. I had a four-door Civic. I've had a Honda Accord hatchback. You know what's funny? Now that I'm thinking about it, I always liked the Civic hatchbacks, but I never had one. I only had the four-door, the sedan. I always liked the Honda Accord sedan, but I never had one. I only had the hatchback. I had an Acura Integra. That was nice. But you know what's funny? The year that I had, it was in 1987. It was the same, very similar design to the Accord hatchback, but it looked nicer for some reason. You know, I loved the Integra. Wasn't really that big of a fan of the Accord. My favorite car that I ever had though was the Toyota Supra, the MK3 Supra. Oh man, I love that car. I miss that car. I would love to get another one, but they're just way too expensive for what it is. You know, if I had the money to blow, if I was like a car collector or something, yeah, I would do that shit. But you know, I wanted just a daily. Yeet! What up, Yeet? Welcome to the chat, sir. Every day is Sunday. Hey, listen. All right, so I need a couple mods. You guys are gonna be the last of my mods though, because I don't think the mods count for the watch time hours, and obviously I need the watch time hours. What up, every day is Sunday? What up, Yeet? My man said took long enough. You trying to clown me, Yeet? You telling me it took me too long to get 50 subs, dude? Come on, man. I think I did pretty good with that. What I missed, what I missed. Nah, we just talking about old shit that you probably didn't even know anything about anyway. Every day is Sunday. 95 Honda Civic was my first car. 95 Honda Civic was my first car. 95 Honda Civic didn't exist when I started driving. That shit was beautiful. The 95 Honda Civic when that shit came out. I had I had the fucking what's it called? The 84 Nissan 200 SX. That was my first car. Yo, you gonna mod me just sounds like a pause. And I already did. What do you mean am I gonna? How I'm supposed to mod Mac Davis and not you? No offense, Mac Davis, but you know where you came from, bro. 200 SX. Pause. I got taste. Pause. Nah, the 240 SX. Now that's some taste. The 200 SX, that shit was ugly, bro. Don't be hating. I love that thing. No, I did too. It was a beautiful car, but you said it like it was a hope deal. Like you were, like we all reminisce on our first car, how much of a piece of shit it was. You're naming a car that what came out when I was already driving. Like to me, that shit was beautiful. By the way, Ms. Natasha, I am not going to fault you because this channel is not monetized yet. So you are pause exempt on this channel as well. That membership that you have exempts you from pauses on this channel. Just because the option is not available yet is not your fault. Mac Davis, my first truck was an 84 Chevy pickup. But you know what? With pickups, they didn't really change much over the years, so it was all right to have an older pickup truck. But I started driving in 1994, but I got my learner's permit in 1997, some shit like that, 98, I think. Yeah, 98. So, what's it called? I considered that to be a license at that point. Once I got my learner's permit, I was I bought my own. I actually bought my own car before I got my learner's permit, but that's a whole different story. What's it called? Yeah, so I started driving officially. My first car was 1997. Um, so what's it called? In 1997, there was some nice fucking cars, man. So for me to be driving that 84 Nissan 200, the 80s cars were ugly as fuck compared to the 90s cars, man. 90s cars was when nice cars started becoming a thing, when they started getting rid of flip up lights and all of that. Yeah. So the opt out is behind a paywall. Hell yeah. It's only 99 cents a month. Very nice. 98 Dodge Durango 5.2 liter Hemi. Still got it. That was your first car, Legend? And you still got that shit? Dude, that's pretty cool, man. I would love to get a Durango, but I can't spend that much money on gas. I ride motorcycles, man. I'm used to getting 30 miles to the gallon on some fast shit, 40 miles to the gallon. Even my 600. My 600 was good I got it up to 171 miles an hour. All right. It was good to cruise comfortably at 160, no problem, and at 160, I was getting 41 miles to the gallon on that shit. So I'm used to getting 41 miles to the gallon at 160 miles an hour. I can't do a big V8 motor. Yeet, man. My friend's first car is gonna be a 2011 Black Prius. Dude, I would be taking fucking buses, bro. My sister's first car that we already have is a 2019 Nissan Sentra. That's a good first car right there. Nissan Sentra, Toyota Corolla, Honda Civic, any of those Japanese, economy cars are all, definitely a good look for your first car. You don't want anything too nice because the more expensive the car is to buy, the more expensive the car is to maintain. My cheer coach every day Sunday. Wait. Legend said Magnum, not Hemi. Pause. Legend. What's it called? Every day is Sunday. Said my cheer coach was a bitch, so I didn't get my permit until I was 16. What does your cheer coach have to do with your permit, though? And in New York, you couldn't get your permit until you were 16 anyway. So, I don't use it a lot. Okay. You got other cars, or you just don't drive a lot? Ye said I don't even have my permit, and I'm about to go on set. Bro, you just turned 16, bro. Stop that shit. Talk about I'm about to be. I'm going on 17. Are you crazy, dude? Ye get a Dodge. You got that right. Mac Davis said you got that right, but I'm not even talking about I don't even know what I said. or hear me out. I murdered out Chrysler 300. You just trying to get tickets, bro. That's what you want, right? Dude, man, when you're older, right, the cops know your rights. They can't really fuck with you too much. Bro, at your age, they're gonna be looking to give you as many tickets as possible. Especially in a place like Maryland. Oh yeah, but you're moving. E-bike, more than four wheels for commute. E-bike, more than four wheels for commute. I don't understand. All right, every day is Sunday. We had practice and she wouldn't let us go to driving classes. Oh, what a whore. That is dirty. That is ultra dirty. Yeah, e-bikes are still cool. Hell yeah, I need to get an e-bike, man. That's what I've been slacking on. I don't know. I think I might get an e-bike before I fix the Grom. I'm not sure because they got e-bikes that do like 50 miles an hour, and I could take that shit to work, no problem when I don't have the R1. The legend. I use the e-bike more than the Durango. Let me ask you something, legend. How many miles you got on your e-bike right now? Yeah. My SEN, it's IOR. SENIOR. Seeing your friend, instead of getting a car, he saved up for this nice ass $2,000 e-bike. Yeah, some of them shits are cool as fuck, bro. Especially, is it a Suron? Is that what your boy got? A Suron? Yeah, he was just telling us about the Durango. That's why we got in this conversation. I was asking him. He said he still has his first car. It was a Durango, and I was asking it. He said he hardly drives it. So I said, "What? You have other cars, or you just don't drive that much?" And that's how we got onto the e-bike. In last year, community. Yeah, really? 10,000 miles? Now, let me ask you something, legend. What kind of maintenance are we talking about? 10,000 miles on an e-bike. Here we can get it at 15, your permit, not your license. In New York, 16 permit, 18 license. If you take driver's ed, you can get the license at 17, but it doesn't even make a difference because that's only good on Long Island and in upstate New York. It's not valid anywhere in New York City at 17. You gotta wait until you're 18. I got mine at 18, and by then I had so many unanswered tickets that it got suspended 3 months later. So there's that. Mac Davis, I got my permit at 15. That's what's up. I got my first car at 15, but not a permit. Yeet. This kid at our school was at Durango. Excuse me. That guy is like crazy as not in a good way. Air tires, clean it weekly. I do all maintenance on it. Yeah, but I'm saying like, all right, legend. I know nothing about e-bikes, right? So for my motorcycles, it's like I got oil changes. I got gas I gotta put in. Obviously, like every once in a while, there's a repair that needs to be done and all that shit. Like, how much does it cost you to ride an e-bike for 10,000 miles? Damn, man, Tone, what did I miss? Every day is Sunday. What did I say? Oh, the suspended thing. Yeah, but I didn't give a fuck. I drove anyway. So basically, so I was already driving like before I had a permit and before I had a license and getting tickets and shit and driving around smoking in my car and everything, not giving a fuck, you know. And what happened was I got so used to driving without a license that I considered a license to be permission to drive like any way I felt like it, because I wasn't going to go to jail if they pulled me over. Well, I wasn't going to stop anyway. But in the event that I got stuck and there was nowhere for me to go and I had to pull over, I wasn't going to go to jail. They were just going to give me tickets and I wasn't going to pay those tickets or even answer them. So I didn't care. And then once my license would get suspended, I'd be like, all right, now I got to start wearing my seatbelt and stopping at the red lights and stop signs and, like doing the speed limit and, blah, 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 blah. So this way I don't get myself pulled over and go to jail. So now, whatever, I would drive like that for a couple of years. And then I would go to the DMV like after I knew the cop probably like retired by now or forgot about the situation or whatever. And I would go to the DMV and pretend like I had no idea my license was suspended. Like even though I have like 50 suspensions, right? Go act like I got no clue. And I would try to register a car or something, like anything, just to get them to pull up my information and tell me that my license is suspended so I can act shocked. I tell, oh no, 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 that wasn't me. I didn't get any of these tickets. And then I set a court date. The cop don't show up. Everything gets dismissed. I get my license back, and then fucking 3 months later, you get suspended again for all the fucking tickets that I got while it was suspended from cops that didn't bother to run my name. Uh, bleed brakes. That's it, legend. All right. Yeet said, literally revving his engine while leaving homecoming game, and this kid on an e-bike leaving, and this guy decided to literally weave in and out of traffic chasing the kid on an e-bike across the double yellow lines. I've done some crazy shit like that too, man. I shot somebody in the face with a paintball gun on Halloween while he was giving me directions, bro. So I can't even say anything. Not much. The cost of the bike plus charging it, few screws and bolts. So what's up? How long did the tires last? Like my thing. Sadie, what's good, Sadie? Maduro is in New York. Didn't they arrest him or something? Do you have a daily driver, Durango or the SRT? He got the 5.2 what do you say, the Magnum. As long as you keep it clean, check the nuts, paws, bolts, snug. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get me one of them shits there, man. Or whatever the performance one is. The performance one is, there's a couple of different performance ones though. They got the Hellcat. They got the even the RT is technically a performance one because the base model is not RT. So I mean, they got the RT, they got the SRT 8, I believe. Or no, that's a Challenger. They got the RT. There's something I can't remember what the other one is. They got the RT, just like the Charger got the RT, the Scat Pack, and the Hellcat. Durango guy, I believe, the RT, and in between one, and then a Hellcat. I could technically get an older Dodge Challenger RT for a good price. Yeah, but people beat the out of those things. You do not want to buy a used Charger or a Challenger, man. All people do is donuts and burn tires and everything else like that. Yeah, Sadie, what's going on, man? Let me know the story. Put me on, fam. Matter of fact, you go ahead and tell a story. I'm gonna take the mic with me for a second. I gotta run inside and get something. Won't take me very long though. Yeah, so and say this is actually the perfect channel because this is the type of thing that we talk about on this channel. Cam was telling me earlier about Maduro. He sent me a text, but I did not get all the information, so I'm not exactly sure 100% what's going on, but I would like to know. So I am so glad that you happen to be here right now with this info, sir. All right, I'm back, peoples. SLT. Nah, it's SRT. Or is there an SLT? Because it looks like he corrected himself from SRT, if I'm not mistaken. Sadie, don't keep us in suspense, bro. What's going on? What's the situation with Maduro? All right, at 2 a.m., U.S. came to Venezuela. They bombed the airport and took Maduro. Wow. Took him to New York. He's in the Brooklyn jail right now. Probably MDC, Manhattan Detention. Wait, Manhattan. I don't know what the hell it stands for, but it's Oh wait, no, it's not even Manhattan because it's in Brooklyn. It's some kind of fucking federal detention facility. That's where Epstein was and all of this crap. Wow, man. That is crazy, dude. Sadie, so how do the people over there feel about that? I'm assuming Venezuela is not really a fan of Maduro, but I'd rather hear that from you. You know that's what Sadie's at, right? So they bomb where you saw it from your house, bro. Please tell me you recorded it. Please tell me you got that shit on video, bro. I thought you were in the Philippines. What the hell is the Philippines? That actually sounds kind of pause worthy. The Philippines. Philippines? Nah, bro. Sadie, he was in Panama for a little while, but he lives in Venezuela. Sadie, did you get it on video? However it's spelled. Sadie, come on, Sadie. I'm dying to know right now. You killing me, bro. Did you get it on video, Sadie? The legend. I got a picture of my Durango on my post. Oh, Sadie, why you didn't pull your phone out for that, bro? You are wildin', sir. But it's all over the news. Yeah, no, I get it. But if you would have had your own footage from that, bro, like you could have got so much money for that, bro. Legend. Yo, you know what you should do, bro, for a living? You should be in advertising or sales. You will make a shit ton of money, bro. Who thinks the legend will be good in sales or advertising? Mac Davis. Oh yeah, got some money for a video. Got some money for a video from a different point of view. Hell yeah, Mac Davis. Something like that. I would have bought it from you, Sadie. So I could have put it on this channel. That's probably what we're gonna end up talking about in next week's podcast. And maybe even a split screen live. So Cam doesn't even know that I tried calling him, but his phone went to voicemail. He doesn't even know that we're able to go live right now. Once I get in touch with him, I'm gonna let him know so we can do the split screen live, and probably we'll make that the topic. Legend, you're confusing the channel, Legend. There's no Antonio on this channel, brother man. Appreciate you, sir. People are gonna get confused. Remember, we're trying to build up an audience here. You're gonna have people like, what is he talking about? Oh, Legend. Or matter of fact, Yeet. I know Yeet is Legend. You into computers? You know what I bought today? And pause. It sent me down a rabbit hole, and I found something better that I'm gonna use to dedicate my home drive to. But for now, just so I don't have to keep deleting all my damn videos, because you know my Mac Mini doesn't have that much space, and neither does my phone. Ah, 1 terabyte. So now I got disconnected to my Mac Mini, and I put all the files in there. So now there's no space at all being used on my computer. Yeet. It wasn't that bad, and technically for me, it was free. Um, or no, it cost me like $17 with tax and all that shit because I won $100 gift card, $100 Best Buy gift card at my job's Christmas party. So all I could buy was shit for Best Buy any damn way. So I got that one. It was like 109 plus tax. So I just had to pay the difference. But what I'm gonna get is a different brand now that I found out. So I found out you can like build these things. You can get the casing for it, I can't remember exactly what it's called. Um, and that's what determines the speed. And some of them come with like a heat sink all around it, and then you put your own memory into it. So the setup I want is going to be like 240, but that's going to be like 4 terabytes with Thunderbolt 4. So this gets like 900. Well, it advertises 1050 megabytes per second read and write, but it really gets like 900 and change. The one that I want gets like 3000. And now I can set that as my main drive on the Mac Mini, so everything that I do just automatically goes to there. Every day is Sunday. Hell yeah, Merry Christmas to you. Facts. The only thing that pissed me off is that really what I wanted was the new DJI Osmo Action 6 camera. And it's available on Amazon, but it's not available at Best Buy. The thing is, I have the Action 4, and I paid for the replacement plan. So now I could use that to upgrade to the Action 6, and I would only have to pay the difference. So now I could legit upgrade my camera and use the gift card to pay the difference. But they don't have that shit at Best Buy. It was a Christmas gift, that's why I said Merry Christmas. Yeah, I got it. I didn't argue with you. What did I say that made you think I didn't understand? Or you just being Captain Obvious right now? All right, let's see. The Durango is nice. But a few more aesthetic mods, and it'd be much better. The Legend, I subbed to your Chanel. Pause. It's stock, no hitch either. Sadie said, so they went into Maduro's house and he almost got into his bunker, but they got him and his wife. Yo, that's crazy. Oh, Yeet needed a little explaining. I thought you were telling me. I was like, yeah, I'm with you. I'm following here. If you don't need a hitch, don't get a hitch. An exposed and used hitch is just kind of off-putting. Yeah, it's really off-putting when you ding your shin into it all the time too. Explications on what? You sound like Ken. Bro, you thought I love in the Philippines. Pause. That's crazy. Yo, you can't be deleting t-shirts like that, Sadie. That one was wild right there, bro. You thought I love in the Philippines. It's crazy. Yeah, but it don't matter, man. A typo will still get you on a t-shirt, bro. You can't be taking them back like that. Oh yeah, they built trucks different back. You know what's funny? And back then we were complaining that they don't build them like they used to. But now we would settle for that shit even. But almost 100,000 Efkin dollars for a truck. Yeah, that's crazy. That is fucking crazy. The legend said I'm built like that truck. Pause. Back the bro Yeet is old AF. Back the bro Yeet is old. Back then, bro, Yeet is old. He said you old for saying back then they built them better. Like Sadie's too young to know that. Sadie, remember what I told you? You making fun of Yee. He has full full permission to violate you right back. Pause. I always ask Yeet to take it easy on people, but you go and ask for it, it hit you back. I ain't gonna say nothing. Watch it, Coco Melon. What the fuck does that even mean? Oh man, peoples. It's a little kids. It's a little kid song, slow thing. I'm lost. What's that? Oh shit. Earth Day is Sunday. Do you cook? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeet show. All right, so check this out. Do you know? It's funny. The reason I thought about you is because one of the fucking the meals that I get is called Mom's Sunday Sauce Rigatoni or some shit like that, right? But anyway, you know those like meal prep services where they'll deliver food to you like every week and you pick a whole bunch of meals and shit. Sunday sauce pause word. Especially it's mom's Sunday sauce is even more wild. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about? Those fucking like Hello Fresh and all that shit. Uh Mac Davis. I got a 92 F250 speed. Not too many kids nowadays. I don't know. Hell no. Pause that, but hell no. Nobody knows how to drive that shit anymore. Uh, L come back. AI generate something better. Oh Lord, I can't show you, mama. So anyway, yo, these fucking meals are so good. I did a whole bunch of research and started watching reviews and people doing like taste tests and all that shit, like from the different brands. And the one that stood out from all the rest of them, I picked that shit. Yo, they got like the biggest selection. There's like 200 or something different meals. The portions are bigger than everybody else's. They taste good as fuck. And like it's like the cheapest one. Yo, it's not bad at all. It comes out to like $11 a meal. But like I said, the portions are huge though. Like you legit only need 2 meals a day off of that shit. Like the, on the low end, it'd be like 600 calories. But the bigger ones, like they'll be like 900 calories, like in the one fucking meal. Like I eat that shit and I'm full. When I know, like that's what kept me away from those because I knew somebody. I was with a chick that was getting something similar to that, and all the food was good. but I was always still hungry. This actually pause fills me up. The portions are huge. Portions, not Porsches. Pause, Sadie. That's wild. You are ODing, Sadie. So yeah, I've been getting that shit for like yesterday. No, Wednesday. They dropped off my second order, and oh, it's nice because I was out. My was going to McDonald's and shit and eating horrible food. This is actually good food, and I get enough for the whole week. I get 16 meals a week. And other than those, I might drink like a protein shake or something during the day. But man, I've been feeling a lot better ever since I stopped eating all that McDonald's. Not for nothing. Sadie, huge is big, so you're so old. Your mind expired. Yo, Sadie, he's gonna get you. Yeet is a funny motherfucker, man. He knows how to make jokes. He's gonna violate you, bro. And I'm not even gonna say nothing because you were asking for it. He's showing a lot of restraint right now. Awful lot of restraint right now. My guy is bait beyond this whole recognition. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't drag me into this. Fuck did I do? My guy is baked beyond his own recognition. My yo, man, what did I do, Yeet? I thought I was being nice. Yeah, exactly, Natasha. You see what I'm talking about? Disrespectful ass little motherfucker, man. Gotta drag us into this shit. Nah, that was to say the chill. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, what you got against baked people? Fuck did we ever do? Oh man. Yo, that reminds me of a meme I saw a long time ago, right? It was a meme of a post and a comment on it. And somebody posted, I hate lazy people. And then somebody commented, why? We didn't even do nothing. Mac Davis. Mac Davis, have a sip for me, sir. What you laughing at every day is Sunday that we didn't even do nothing? She said I haven't drank since New Year's Eve, like it was 3 months ago or something. Appreciate you, Mac. All right. Pause. These are a little too long for me, so I gotta rip them down to size. Fuck the gym. Who's Jim? Hmm. I'm on a mission to gain. You know what? I'm gonna go to the gym because I'm on a mission to keep my weight on. I put on 20 pounds since I stopped working at my job before, the one that I'm back at now. Um, I gained 20 pounds. I left 177. Now I'm 197. So I want to go to the gym and turn that into some bulk before I fuck around and get skinny again. What's your job again, legend? Oh, he's like Tommy from Martin, bro. Um, he claims to have a job, but nobody ever knows what it is. Sadie said, "Uno, dos, tres, cuatro tacos. Don't forget the rice and beans on my plato. I know I'm chubby, but I'm still guapo." Yeah, bro, that shit is funny, man. That's a song. There's a dude that came out with a rap song that was like degrading to women and shit, you know? And it was on that beat. He was like, "Uno, dos, no, tres, tato." And then these Mexican dudes did the remix, and they're like, "Uno, dos, tres, cuatro tacos. Don't forget the rice and beans on my plato." I know I'm chubby, but I'm still guapo. Legend. Forklift driver, building materials, lumber, concrete, and various heavy things. Pause. Various heavy things is crazy. Don't get the reference, people. I get what reference? You don't get. My bad. You know who? I start. I chill. I start checking them. Uh, I load flatbeds. Well, this is. Let me just make sure. This is not pause worthy. No, no, no. I feel you, but at the same time, I'll put a stop to it real quick. Um, Legend said, "I load flatbeds, building materials, and I load contractors. Not saying where and or the department. Yo, first rule of Fight Club is there is no Fight Club. Yeah, in the future, I'm gonna be on that tarmac changing oil. Pause. Hey, yo, he said in the future he gonna be on the tarmac changing oil and replacing rubbers. That's crazy. Not for cars. Yo, that's wild. Hell yeah, that's a t-shirt right there. Even though he said tires, yeah, in the future I'm gonna be on that tarmac, change your oil and replacing tires and checking systems, but not for cars. Legend said Inch knows where I work, but hey, yo, Inch is wild. Inch knows where you work is wild. Day is Sunday. You just finished your pork chop. Let's smoke. I think that could be arranged. Think that could be arranged. Bro read the whole fan message before we turn it. Bro, hell no, because it doesn't. Remember how the pause works. It could be a segment of what you said. I can't add words, but I can take them away because when you take words away, it still leaves something that you actually said. So that's it. It's like if any segment of what you said is wow. I meant planes. Why does David? I know you didn't mean it. That's why it's paused, dude. If you meant it well, then like there would be no pause. It would just be something gay. But you meant planes and shit, obviously. But that's why you still don't understand the concept, dude. Sadie said, "Wow, man." I know, legend. I know, bro. It's a joke, man. You ready for me Sunday? Moto Force. Welcome to the chat, Moto Force. We officially live. Officially live. You missed it earlier. I don't know if you heard the news of what happened in Venezuela today with Maduro, but Sadie was actually there to see it. He was actually able to see the bombs from his house. Of course, I remember, legend. Just, you gotta keep it on the low. It's not for everybody's ears, but how many subs did you have to get? 50, Moto Force. And I was stuck. I was really trying. I had 47 or 48. And I was like, nah, come on. Then today I checked it. And I had 52. So I was like, oh, we can go live now. But something was really weird. I think I gotta wait like 24 hours for the app to catch up to itself. I was able to go live from my browser, but I couldn't go live from the app. Should have told your whole family this. What whole family you think I got? If I had any family, you would have met them already. I got my mom, my sister, and my dad, none of which know how to use the internet. Yee, do me a favor. No real names in the chat, brother. I mean, unless you're talking to Mac Davis or somebody who has the name written out, like, G Force. Your apologies for what? I mean, I said G Force. Moto Force. What you apologizing for? Sadie. All right. Well, it's different. It's different. You want to be called Sadie, right? And your name on your thing is Sadie too, brother. Oh, nah. It's all good, Moto Force. I ain't mad about it. Nah, I got some family members and shit. I just none of them use the internet. Remember, I'm a little old, So most of the people in my family are older than me, and they don't know how to use that stuff. Yeah, did you not just hear what I said, bro? Oh yeah. I mean, that's clear. So is Moto Force, man. Moto Force is somebody that shares my content and all that stuff. Like you guys are family, she knows that, but she met my blood family, I'm sure. You smoking some CBD every day Sunday? Yeah, you're a moderator. You can't do that. I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do that. Thank you, Motor Force. Mr. Yeet seems to think the world revolves around him sometimes. What crimes are you being accused of today? You're being accused of completely ignoring me After I asked you to stop using Everyday Sunday's real name in the chat and turning it into me having to make a big deal about something when it should have just been a real quick 1, 2, 3. I ask you to do something, you just do it, everything's fine, never has to be brought up again. But instead, we still here talking about this like 30 minutes later. I asked you not to, bro. She's asked before in the stream in the other channel. I remember hearing her asking people before not to use her name. So, this is a whole new channel. I'm trying to get this started off the right way. And so I asked you nicely, real quick, like subtly, so this way it didn't have to be a big deal because that's not what the purpose of this stream wasn't supposed to be for me to sit here, having a side conversation with you. Well, it's not about you remembering it. It's that just now, literally just now, you said you called her by her name. I asked you not to. I removed the comment, and then you did it again. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm not saying you didn't remember from before. I'm saying just now you used her name. I removed the comment. I asked you not to do it, and then all right, you good? I'm not mad at you either. I'm just explaining. You asked a question. You said, "What am I being accused of today?" So I'm giving you the chain of events, bro. Do you game? Not really, Moto Force. I have a bunch of old video games because I like the classics. I have a collection. So I have NES, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, SNES. I have the Nintendo 64. I have Game Boy Color. I have Sega Game Gear. I have the little mini Nintendo, the digital one. I have PlayStation 2. I have PlayStation 3. I have Sega Genesis, Nintendo DS, Sony PSP, pretty much everything. Sadie. So, when you said I saw the bombs, who did you tell that to? Oh, I was telling Moto Force. Moto Force, I believe, is in Serbia, if I'm not mistaken. Legend. I got my N64. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. And 30 or so games. I bought my N64 from a garage sale from some lady that didn't realize what she had on her hands. And she sold it to me with like 30 games. GoldenEye, Star Wars. Like, there were some really expensive games that she sold them to me with, right? Zelda. And everything was $10. Every day is Sunday. You never saw my Game Gear before? Pause. I have it in the box. Bosnia, and oh yeah, I remember because I was trying to say this right. Um, Herze- Herzegovina. Sadie says I have a PS4 limited edition and a 5-year-old Nintendo. Good for you, Sadie. Legend. I'm the original owner of my N64. So you have a track record of taking care of stuff. I see. Nah. All right. Hold on a second. It's worth it's worth getting up for this. Give me one second. go get this Game Gear. So, like I was saying, we got the Game Boy Color. And as promised, and then yo, not for nothing. I don't know how I just beat the whole board backwards, but it is what it is. You know, does some weird shit sometimes. All right, let's see. Ship me that Sega. Sorry, Motorforce. That's on me right there. Sega. I remember when them came out, Unc Pause Mac Davis. Sadie said, good for you. You have every game console ever created. No, I don't have any of the new ones. Hey, do you remember Sonic 3D Blast? Hell yeah. Every day is Sunday. That was my favorite. That's why it's in there like that. I'm a dumbass though. I'm glad. I am so glad. Thank you. Every day is Sunday. That you made me take that out because I forgot that I left the batteries in there the last time I was playing it, and they could definitely leak out and damage the whole thing really bad. So I'm glad I caught that. Yeah, Sadie, what's all of that? Did you have a stroke or something? You got the good ones. Pause. We got the That sucks. The battery's dying and this shit. Womp womp. Uh, Moto Force. I've been into games lately. Winter's here, cold and snowy. No, yeah, I'm sure. I am sure. If you got something to keep you occupied. Moto Force, yeah, I know, I know. Trust me, I know. Little by little, slowly but surely. Tetris on Game Boy was my ish. Pause. I don't know how that's a pause, but nowadays we gotta sneak the whole PC setup in at night. You don't have to. You just choose to. The portables aren't good enough for you. You can have it. What's it called? Dude, you could even have one of those little. I can't remember what the hell they're called. But those little gaming PCs with the little screen and everything. But you don't want to use that, so that's your problem. My Switch just cooked. I got no other option. Dude, what's the name of that PC that I'm thinking of though? That little mini portable PC. Got the OLED. Viva got my Switch, and I would never take that back from her anyway. So I got to get a new one. Steam Deck, that's what it's called. Gee, why you don't get a Steam Deck? Pause. I want the two, but I got my PC, so I don't really need it. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I'm gonna get the two. I'm gonna get I'm probably just gonna get the one because with the original, because it's like I don't really care about having like the newest shit, and I know the original was good enough and it's a lot cheaper. Valve Cube was a Valve Cube. Oh, there we go. Moto Force 2025. Nintendo Switch thoughts on it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And what's nice is that it has the dock and you can switch it between handheld or on your TV. And now that I got that big ass projector, oh, I want to play Mario Kart 8 on that shit so bad. Battery life on the Switch 2 is trash. Is that right? Yeah, but what would be nice is though if they gave you options on there to like to tone down the performance a little bit. Yeah, my Nintendo is so old it started dying running Fortnite and the Wi-Fi connectivity so bad. Oh, so it's not like broken or nothing. You can't just add storage to it or something or fucking I don't know factory reset it or something. Uh, I had that release they switched, so it makes sense. Okay, okay, okay. That'd be awesome to play games on the projector. Hell yeah. Actually, I gotta find my controller for the little mini Nintendo because that has HDMI. So I can plug that into the projector, but I'm not sure what to do with my controller. It's somewhere. Go with the OLED. Yeah, how come? Moto Force. What I like about the consoles that it's that it's easily portable when you travel and whatnot. But consoles here are extremely expensive. I play on my 75-inch TV in 4K. Mr. One Upper. Always got to one up somebody, Mr. Legend. You're the king of that. Start calling you Hold My Beer. Oh, man. So how's everybody's weekend going, peoples? But just saying, unless y'all really want to spend all that money, don't get any PC or game consoles as of now. Why is that, Mr. Yeet? It's Are you trying to say Armageddon, bro? Or is Ramageddon really a thing? That sounds like a Muslim dinosaur. Better the OLED, best battery and screen. Oh, the battery's better. Moto Force. Guys, time for me to bounce. Good night, much love. All right, good night, Moto Force. Did you see Moto Force? Did you see the email I sent you? Uh, Mac Davis. Mine's going good. Yeah, you got any plans for the week? How's the weather? I don't even know where you live back, David. How's the weather over by you? Yeet said AI taking the consumer market. What you mean? Yeet? Legend is legendary. About to start the weekend tomorrow. Oh, you had work today? Yeah, Moto Force. Feel free to do what you want with that. I sent that to you and your brother both, but just put your own voiceover or whatever you want. Do you? It's cold here in Missouri. Oh, Missouri, huh? Yep. I'd imagine it's pretty cold over there. I'd imagine so. My condolences to you, sir. Yeet, the RAM and storage producers are making products for AI companies, leaving the general consumers to spend thousands on DDR5. Don't know what that means. Don't know what that means, sir. The legend said, yeah. Also got the backbone for my phone. Yeah, also got the backbone for my phone. Can stream Game Pass. Lost on that too. P.S. I'm a Muslim. You can joke about my religion. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you, but I wasn't even joking about your religion. I was joking about that word. Oh, I was joking about that word Ramageddon because it looked like Ramadan, but like it also looked like Megalodon. So that wasn't making fun of your religion. It was literally just that word that looked like. Yeah. So look, Yeet said Ramageddon. Ramageddon. That's what he said. It's Ramageddon. So it looked like the word Ramadan and Megalodon mixed together in one word. So that's why I said that word looks like a Muslim dinosaur. Oh, see, Ram and Armageddon. Sorry, people, I had to crack my back real quick. That explains it. You saw that Moto Force? He was trying to put Ram and Armageddon together. Just look funny. Oh, Legend pause. Look up Backbone Pro. Yo! I'm gonna look up 1999 for a T-shirt. Is what I'm gonna look up. Yo, that's crazy. The Backbone Pro controllers. Wow. Yo. Yo. My man said, yo, that is crazy. Hold on a second. Wait. Did you? Why am I missing? Oh, hold on a second. I gotta enable all messages again, I guess, because I got out of it. No, it's already enabled. So Legend says something crazy, and I can't see it now, but Backbone Pro controller turns the phone to a handheld. Here we go. Look up Backbone Pro. Is wow. That's one T-shirt. And then there's another one that says the Backbone Pro controller. That is crazy, bro. Bikers ears also muzzle. I don't mean no disrespect. I wasn't trying to like offend nobody or say anything mean. I don't have any problems with Muslims. I was just, that word, the way that word was written out, that was the first thing that popped into my head. Ramadan and Megalodon. So my apologies to both of you if that bothered you. Definitely wasn't meant in any kind of rude way or nothing. You didn't say controller, bro. You messed up. But even controller is still wild, ye. The backbone pro controller. Like he's a pro at controlling backbones. That's wild. That makes it even worse. We are portrayed in such a bad light, though, so it's understandable. Even if you did have, not at all. Trust me, us Christians are not exactly portrayed in the best light either. Believe me. Night Moto Force, appreciate you. I've been awake since 3 a.m. and it's 6:38 p.m. Yo, that's crazy, Mr. Legend. That is wild crazy. Yeah, that's a long day, sir. But if you remember, there was that one time that I was awake from 6 a.m. Friday until 9:30 p.m. Saturday. And you didn't hear me missing no pauses. Just saying. My man gives me excuses that I wouldn't give. Man said true. All right, peoples. So just letting you know we can go live again. Well, we can go live now. Thank you for joining us for the first ever live on this channel, the Unc Podcast. And here's to many more. But look it up. Nah, I don't do the gangbanging, sir. Sorry, brother. Too old for that. I know what you meant, Legend. I'm messing with you. I'll check it out. Part of history, or part of the first ever live stream on the Unc Podcast at Let Unc Tell It. Thank you all. I downloaded the Roku app. Just annoying. I like the real thing. Pause. Every day is Sunday. Check this out. Go to the TV app.to. And if you really want to enjoy it, if I don't know if you can do it on your TV or whatever, but if you really want to enjoy it, go on the Brave browser. The Brave browser blocks all ads. But either way, it's still good. The TV app.to is the website. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to sign in, and it legit has all the cable channels, like even the pay per view, not pay per view, even the HBOs and the Showtimes and the Cinemax and the ESPNs and all of those, like the Fox Business and Fox News, all the premium channels. It has all of them for free. All right, peoples. Movie Box Pros, where it's at. I bet it is, legend. All righty. This has been the first transmission of the Unc Podcast Live. Thank you, peoples. Until next time. All right, now I gotta figure out how to end the stream. I feel like it's spaz right now. There we go. End stream.